So day 15, and I want to talk about something that I learnt on the weekend that I had with Brian and Carrie. They told us about these characters that they have. And Brian was, if I remember rightly, an overthinker, and Carrie is a people pleaser. There's all different ones. You could be someone who is a perfectionist, overthinker, as I said. So I'm very much a people pleaser. I generally always have been. I feel good for being a people pleaser. I'm just someone who wants to help. I'm always one of those who put my hands up first when I was a kid, to help out. I generally just want to please people. Now, I know you're going to say, yes, but Nicole, you can't please everyone. I know that. Doesn't mean I don't want to try. That's just me. That's who I am. But what can happen for me is I can start having resentment and frustration with myself or with other people, because of being a people pleaser. Now, what I mean by that is, say, example, I help someone out and I drop everything to help them out. And I'll help you out, no problem. Yep, I'm there. And then I ask a favour back, but I don't get in return. In the past, I used to get really frustrated about that and be thinking, for God's sake, you've just made me drop everything and I've come to help, and now you can't even be bothered to help me. I used to get really frustrated, and in some ways start having a little resentment. And then what will happen is I'll then start feeling guilty for being frustrated to that person, for having that small resentment. And then because I'm feeling guilty, I start feeling sad for the way I'm feeling. And then I want to be a massive people pleaser. So instead of being just helping, I then go totally over the top to help that person, just to please them again. They have no idea that I was frustrated with them. They had no idea I was angry with them. But because I got to guilt, I would then feel so bad that I would have to do whatever I could to please them again. And they wouldn't even have the foggiest that I might have even been annoyed with them. So that gives you a little bit of a story. Now, what Brian and Carrie taught us was to make characters out of these. So I have Polly the people pleaser, and Polly the people pleaser, if I don't keep her sort of happy, and then if I push her too much in being a people pleaser, she then can turn into frustrated Frank. Now, Frank is someone who just does not care, doesn't want to help, will be really snappy. So these are my characters. And then I've got Guilty Gillian, and Guilty Gillian just wants a little shiver up and just apologise, and everything, I'm just sorry, I'm sorry, and getting emotional. So it's like the Inside Out is the best way I can explain it. And these are all my characters. Now, today, I woke up okay, but then I was about to get myself ready for work. I started feeling frustrated and started feeling a little resentment because I put my hand up and said, yes, I'll help you out. And I've had to get up early and go off and do something that I wanted to do, happy to do it at the time. But today I'm a little bit frustrated with myself. and there's a little resentment to the person I'm helping. Now, in the past, that frustration would last me all day, and in some ways I would end up having a really rubbish day. But because I acknowledged what was going on, I started laughing to myself about it, and I shared it with my mum when I was telling my mum about it, and I was laughing, and she started laughing with me. And because I acknowledged what my feeling was, it's totally gone away. I don't have the resentment at all. I don't have the frustration. Polly's happy, and life is good. But I could have quite easily carried on the day, frustrated, go home annoyed, be snappy at home, all because of waking up and having this one feeling. But being acknowledged of it, and in some ways laughing it off, and talking about it, has just made my day so much better. So if you haven't seen Inside Out, do watch it, and do have a think to yourself, what's your thing? Are you an overthinker? Are you someone who overthinks to then like starts getting angry with yourself or frustrated? Are you a people pleaser? Are you someone who is a perfectionist, and when everything's not perfect you then start getting upset with yourself? All of these, just have a think about what's your main character. Ego, I guess you can call it. Emotion, I'm not sure exactly what one it is, I will be honest. But have a think about it, and then have a think about where your emotions go with it. Because I know when I get to guilty Gillian, she's not a fun person to be with. She's not a fun person to be. So as long as I keep Polly happy, then life is good. As I say, watch Inside Out and have a think about who are you. Take care.